I'm Melissa Buchanan, and welcome to another Curator's Corner. Behind me is the F-4U Corsair, a Navy carrier-based fighter used both in World War II and Korea. The reason we're talking about it today is because this is the plane that Ensign Jesse L. Brown was flying when he was killed in the Korean War. During his second year in college, Brown learned of the V-5 Aviation Cadet Training Program being conducted by the U.S. Navy to commission naval aviation pilots. The program operated at 52 colleges, none of which was a historically black college, so only students such as Brown, who attended integrated colleges, were eligible. In spite of resistance from recruiters, Brown passed the entrance exams. He enlisted in the U.S. Naval Reserve on July 8, 1946, and was admitted to the aviation program and completed his architectural engineering degree in 1947. By June of 1948, Brown had begun training for carrier-based aircraft and hoped to fly the F-4U Corsair or the F-6F Hellcat, both of which were fighters. He trained in carrier takeoffs and landings aboard the light carrier USS Wright, after which he was sent to Jacksonville, Florida for final flight qualifications. On October 21, 1948, he completed his training and was given his Naval Aviator badge. He was commissioned as an ensign on April 26, 1949, becoming a seaman apprentice in the U.S. Navy. Brown was assigned to Fighter Squadron 32 aboard USS Lady. Lady was then ordered to Korea in August of 1950. Following the entrance of the People's Republic of China into the Korean War, and Brown and other pilots on Lady flew dozens of close air support missions every day to prevent the Chinese from overrunning the U.S. troops. Approximately 100,000 Chinese troops had surrounded 15,000 troops, and Brown and his squadron were dispatched to the Chosin Reservoir. Brown's mission on December 4, 1950, was an attempt to probe Chinese troop strength in the area. His flight included his wingman, Lieutenant Junior Grade Thomas J. Hudner, Jr. Although the flight spotted no Chinese, Brown appeared to be trailing fuel. The damage had likely come from small arms fire from Chinese infantrymen. Losing fuel pressure and increasingly unable to control the aircraft, Brown dropped his external fuel tanks and rockets and attempted to land in a snow-covered clearing on the side of a mountain. The aircraft broke up violently upon impact and was destroyed. Brown crash-landed behind Chinese lines, and a fire had started near its internal fuel tanks. And the other pilots began a Mayday radio to any heavy transport aircraft in the area. Hudner then intentionally crash-landed his aircraft, ran to Brown's side, and attempted to free him from the wreckage. Hudner then attempted to put out the aircraft fire using snow and attempted in vain to pull Brown from the aircraft. While Brown's condition worsened by the minute, a rescue helicopter arrived, and its pilot, Lieutenant Charles Ward, and Hudner were unable to put out the engine fire with a fire extinguisher and tried unsuccessfully to free Brown with an axe for 45 minutes. Unable to operate in the darkness, the helicopter was forced to return to base at nightfall, leaving Brown behind. He is believed to have died shortly thereafter of his injuries and exposure to the extreme cold. His last known words to Hudner were, "Tell Daisy I love her." The remains of Brown and his aircraft were never recovered, and he became the first African-American U.S. Navy officer killed in the war. The USS Jesse L. Brown 1089 was a Knox-class frigate named for him in 1972. Thank you for listening to another Curator's Corner. I'm Melissa Buchanan.